Coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome in to the ASMG TV studios for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Week 2 of the fall season. It is Kalonji Pro Profile taking on Georgia Athletic. Larry Weber bringing you all of the action in today's match. Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh Stadium is where we find ourselves in Shiloh in Snellville, Georgia. Take a look at the weather as it stands in Snellville, Georgia. Beautiful 81 degrees, almost no wind whatsoever. Two teams that had a bit of a different week 1 last season. Kalonji Pro Profile, they were in first. They were 10-2-1. Georgia Athletic ended the spring season in 8th place, 6-1-6, had their first chomp at the playoffs and didn't make it all the way through, but that's okay. They got their first stint of it. You look at week 1, zone 2, you see Potros FC with that 4-1 over North Georgia, LSA with that big win over SSL, and 2-2 was the draw for Scenic City and FCB. These guys are in zone 1. Atletico Buford with that massive defeat over Kalonji 8-3. Georgia Athletic with a 5-0 over Columbus Elite. So they come in with a massive win on their hands, and Georgia Impact was 0-0 with the Rebs. It will be Kalonji Pro Profile that are going to start us in this first half. They're in the all-white kits. They're moving from right to left. Georgia Athletic in the all-red kits moving from left to right. Thierry Jules over the ball for Kalonji Pro Profile, back in the lineup and on the pitch. Thierry Jules, product of the Atlanta City before coming over here to Kalonji Pro Profile. That's 6'7" frame. There is the whistle. We are underway here at Shiloh Stadium. A lot of the starters are back for Kalonji in this match. Expect a little bit better reaction, hopefully, for them. And Coach Bruno Kalonji. We'll see if Georgia Athletic can continue with that 5-0 win over FC Columbus Elite as they start their season with a home opener at Discovery High School. SSL, they started their first home game just a few minutes ago with a massive defeat over Dalton United. They walk away with a 6-1 win here in week 2. Potros FC was defeating FC Columbus or FC Birmingham in Birmingham. We'll get an update as we go through this match of that score. There's a good ball down the line for Kalonji, working down that far line. Trying to get around, wasn't able to, still fighting for the ball. You know, that is normally the position that was held by Anthony Sumo. He's now playing professionally for the Carolina Core. Coach Bruno has been looking for his replacement since last season. Zane Hilton getting that responsibility tonight. Kamani Irving will give it over to Grant Carr, his star veteran left back. Last time Grant Carr was on the pitch was that playoff final between Kalonji and Potros, and had probably one of his worst outings. So I'm sure he's looking to redeem himself in this match. That ball sent all the way to the stands. Back in play with the secondary ball. Pavlotsky not able to completely control that, or that was, yeah. fighting for possession. Here's Tony Tiente winning it back for Kalonji. Moving it forward, holding it up, earns the foul. Tiente over the ball. He's just going to put it back into play. Working over here to Kamani Irving. He has space to move forward if he so wishes. Sends a nice long ball forward. Just not able to get it to Hilton, but still fighting. Thierry Jules playing off of him. Kamani comes up, steals the ball, moving forward. He loses it right there. Pavlotsky comes over to try to help him. Cut off. Still in play. Nice long ball forward. Not going to be able to get to Kareem Tamimi. Delgado easily grabs that for Georgia Athletic. Daniel Delgado will roll it out. Working down that far side. Have to go back to defense, straight up into the air and out for the throw. Center official wants that ball. A little word with positioning there. Good throw in from Georgia Athletic. They work down that far line, able to keep it in. Headed straight up into the air by Grant Carr. He'll move forward with it. Come over here, give it to Tamimi. Has space to work. Step over, step over, step over, and he'll try to hit the brakes, able to do so. Tries to make the turn into the box, headed away. First real opportunity for a goal for either team. And that will be blasted out, will be a corner. Coming up to take it will be Tiente. It'll be an in-swinger from Tony. To the backside, not able to get it to Carr as he was right there ready to pounce, and Kamani will send that one up and out. Delgado will come up to take this goal kick, get us back underway in the 7th minute. With possession is Kalonji, but both Tamimi and Jules were offside, so they elect not to go after the ball. Long ball forward, but cleared away by Kalonji. Tamimi will come back to Carr. Carr will go back to Irving. Has that space to make that pass to Tiente and to Pavlotsky. Good open space work from Kalonji. Gets it down, but a little too far and allows Delgado to get there in time. Nice controlled passing there from Kalonji. Headed from Carr. Tamimi not able to control it. Pavlotsky putting on some pressure. Back to Delgado. And he will send it forward with haste. Able to control it for a second. Hernandez not able to fully control it, but they get it right back. And the off pass there from Echeverria. They're going to get it back. Echeverria with another good pass, loses it, gives it to Carr. Cars will go back to Irving. He'll go back to Robinson. Robinson getting the call into the goal for Kalonji today. Still looking to replace their goalkeeper from seasons past who passed away last season. Was not in an offsides position, was onside, takes a shot, saved by Delgado. And Delgado goes down. Let's see if we can see on the replay, if we see where Delgado gets, I think it was a follow through from Hilton. Right. I think he may have felt like he had gotten stepped on. Because it yeah, he's holding his hand. Looks like he may have gotten stepped. I can't tell if it was his own man or if it was Hilton. If we look at that one more time, you can see Hilton takes the shot well before Delgado gets it. It's right here. And it is Hilton's foot that gets him. But he's okay. Delgado looks to be okay. The final result coming in from Birmingham, they fall to Potros 7-1. And Baumio putting more points on the board, extending that potential Golden Boot trophy, another one that he wants. So he puts another hat trick on the board. Working out at the back is Kalonji. Kamani send a long one over on the far side. Not able to control it was Hilton. And the athletic man goes down. I think that was a delayed reaction. Back underway here in the 13th minute, still 0-0 between Kalonji Pro Profile and Georgia Athletic here in the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. The Premier Division this season has been broken into two zones, Zone 1 and Zone 2. These teams taking part in Zone 1. Able to hold off Echevarria. Wanting a handball for Irving and going to receive it. See our referees for today's matchup. Carlos Rondon, our center official. Holton and Harris, our AR1 and AR2. And Christopher Haggerty is our fourth official for today's matchup. This one is just about 30 yards out. Montagut was near the ball. He steps away. Hernandez steps over. See if it'll be. He steps away. Whistle is blown. Here we go. Straight shot on goal and in. What a goal for Georgia Athletic on the free kick. Absolutely perfect goal for number 9. Ethan Ruiz with the goal. Steps up and buries it past the keeper. Ethan Ruiz with the goal to go up 1-0 here in the 15th minute. Now, Kalonji Pro Profile, again in unusual spaces, trailing matches. Shot taken! That one off the mark from Tony Tiente. Delgado off to retrieve the ball here at the very wide Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School with that large track. Finally underway here in the 16th minute, rolling into the 17th. That one cut off by Tiente. Makes the cut. Gets it to Jules. Jules trying to lay it off to Tamimi. Not able to get there. Still with possession. Tiente. Extremely tight spaces that Kalonji couldn't control. Irving tried to poke it forward. Not able to work. Demise will send one long. Back and forth. Kamani sends that one up. He'll earn the foul. Down the near line. Jules is trying to get there. He is onside. Right at the top of the box. Step over. He goes down, and it will be a penalty. Thierry Jules earns a penalty for Kalonji Pro Profile. See here, right down the near line. He keeps it in play, comes right up one-on-one with the defender, sticks his leg out, takes him down in the box. That's a penalty. Foul on number 5, Velez. And it'll be Grant Carr that'll step up to take the penalty. Daniel Delgado getting last-minute instructions from the center official. Saved by Delgado. Very, very slow take there from Grant Carr. We'll take another look at that in a moment. That you would almost think should have probably been taken by one of the strikers or wingers. Instead, taken by Grant Carr, and there is a, let's see here, it comes up, easily handled. Not the best take on that. Back underway in the 20th minute. It's 1-0. Georgia Athletic over Kalonji Pro Profile. Be a throw for Georgia Athletic in the third of Kalonji. Montagut surveys the field. Throws it long, headed away by Kamani, and it will be a corner for Georgia Athletic. Montagut will take this corner. It will be an outswinger. Right through and in. Another perfect goal to get this game launched for Georgia Athletic as they go up 2-0. This goal looks to be scored by number 8, Sarmiento. Take a look at this. Perfect ball into the box from Montagut. It bounces right there, and it's in the back of the net. 2-0. That goal coming in the 21st minute. Now a huge ladder to climb for Kalonji Pro Profile as they are struggling to keep goals out the back of the net. They earn a free kick, a foul, committed right about 40 yards out. Daniel Sarmiento, I believe, is who will get noted for that second goal in the 21st minute. Delgado will get us back underway in the 23rd minute. His Georgia Athletic are up 2-0 over Kalonji Pro Profile here in Snellville, Georgia, at Charlie Jordan Field, campus of Shiloh High School. No foul is called. Cleared out by Georgia Athletic. Said these two teams are playing in Zone 1 of the 2 zones of the Premier Division here in UPSL Georgia Conference. You see last week's fixtures. Kalonji losing 8-3 to Atletico Buford. Georgia Athletic winning 5-0 over FC Columbus Elite, and now down 2-0. This will be right about 39 yards out, almost on the touchline on the far side. Tony Tiente is over the ball. Sends it towards the top of the box, headed up in the air. Comes over here to the near side, and that'll be headed away by Georgia Athletic to be a throw for Kalonji. Grant Carr jumps the fence to retrieve the ball so that he can get the throw in. Thrown in, successful to Kamani Irving. He'll send it towards the box, cut off by Athletic. They lose the pass in the midfield, give it right back to Kalonji. It goes to Sam Pavlotsky. He'll go over to the far side. Hilton will send the ball forward, trying to get it to Thierry Jules. Not able to get it on the first chance. Gets it on the second. Dinks it back, able to get control of it for a moment, but it goes out, and it will be it's called offsides. Offsides. Kalonji looking to attack there with numbers. Unfortunately called offsides for them. It'll go all the way through their defense. Demise has it. He'll send a ball on the deck all the way to Tamimi. Tamimi tried to make the turn, got stepped on. Has to reposition his boot. Gets the foul. Sends it forward. Not able to control that pass, and it is cleared. Pavlotsky, he sends it forward. That pass not on the mark again. Tiente controls it, comes over here to the near side again. The pass is off the mark. Kalonji's passing is just not up to their standard. You see Coach Bruno Kalonji pacing the sideline. Here's a ball forward. Tamimi is onside. He's in the box, trying to get around the first man, slides it across, shot, saved by Delgado. Tiente has it, trying to work around the man, stood up, bouncing off of Carr. Now, here comes an attack from Georgia Athletic. They hold up. And a foul committed there. Take a look at that opportunity just a second ago. Great save from Delgado. No offsides called as Delgado wanted. You see Tamimi, he gets around the first man, he slides it across. Shot is taken by Jules. It's just a little bit behind Jules, which forces him not to make a strong connection and gives enough time for Delgado to get low and to make that save. Great save by Daniel Delgado here as we roll into the 29th minute. 2-0, Georgia Athletic over Kalonji per profile. Delgado will come up to take this. Regular season champions from the spring season. under hard pressure here in week 2 of the Premier Division. That ball's knocked out. Get to do it all over again. Shot going to be taken, and that one is way off the mark. Robinson finding it hard to be in that goal, trying to take over the reign from David Magala. This Georgia Athletic team had to take on this Kalonji Pro Profile team in the first round of the playoffs last season, in which Kalonji won. Here's Tamimi almost getting it. He gets another chance at it. Gives it off. Not able to get that one done was Nagar Tuabam, one of the newest players for Kalonji Pro Profile. Sam Pavlotsky lays it off, gets it right back. Can't get past that line of defense. Great defensive work. Foul going to be committed by Zane Hilton. Just perfect work from this defensive line. To be a yellow card issued to Zane Hilton in the 31st minute. He's going to call him for stepping on the boot. It was I believe it was Ramirez who got stepped on. You see here, ball forward. Tamimi almost snuck that one by Delgado. Yes, indeed. It was number 24. Hager Ramirez who received the stamp. So the last time these two teams played each other was the first round of the playoffs, where Kalonji Pro Profile won that match here at Shiloh Stadium. So a bit of retribution for the Georgia Athletic men. They are fighting like lions, just like their namesake says. Delgado letting that ball roll as nobody was coming forward. Jerry Jules finally does. Straight up into the air from Grant Carr. He's able to head it forward. Settled. Able to backheel it, but it is going to call it out as it went past the first white line. That is the line of this match. Kareem Tamimi sliding it across, and there's a goal for Thierry Jules to equal the play 1-1. Right off of the practice field, you could feel that one. You see this ball go down the far side. Tamimi has it. Jules is staying on side, slides it across, and he just sticks that leg out and puts it in the back of the net. Delgado again trying to call for offsides, not going to get it, and it's 2-1. That goal in the 33rd minute, and it is now 2-1. And Athletic needs to make sure that they respond, not allow this Kalonji Pro Profile team to get confidence. There's a foul on Kareem Tamimi. The newest name in the lineup I called just a few minutes ago for Kalonji Pro Profile, being in the midfield, number 19, Jordy Nagar-Tuabom. It's my best I can do there. Apologies if that pronunciation is off just a little bit. Big shoes to fill. That's normally where you would have a Kalen Kalonji or a Daniel Tumasi. Tony Tiente on the ball. About 15 yards out. And that one's up and over, hits the American football, and is a goal kick. Delgado gets us back underway as we start to inch closer into the 36th minute. Over on the far side and out. Headed straight up into the air by Grant Carr. Back into play. Control. Laid off. Here's a good ball for Georgia Athletic. Back into the midfield, controlled. Over to the far side. Good tackle from Kalonji Pro Profile. Now they're on the attack. All the way back to Delgado. That pass off the mark. Zane Hilton almost got it for Kalonji. That tackle from Zane Hilton was exquisite. Tamimi centrally lays it off. Offsides. The Gartua-Bomb offsides. Delgado gets us back underway. Straight up into the air. Grant Carr is there to hold off the challenge. And I believe he's going to call it on Carr, and a yellow card issued to him here in the 38th minute. Didn't look that awful, but being up here in the booth, that's called down. Carlos Rondon saw something he didn't like, made the call. It's about 46 yards out. Headed and out, and that will be a corner. Georgia Athletic in no hurry to get to that ball to get prepared for this corner. It'll be an in-swinger from Hernandez. Cleared away by Jules. The tallest man on the pitch better be getting to that header over everyone else. Handball will be committed there. Back underway. You can hear the fans expressing their opinions about the match. Zane Hilton, he has it here on the near side, sliding across to Tamimi. What a goal! Unbelievable. Kareem Tamimi with the equalizer for Kalonji Pro Profile in a most acrobatic way. 2-2. Mr. Tamimi, you can stop right now. Goal of the season. What a goal there. He puts it into the back of the net for the equalizer. Now, foul committed there by Tony Tiente. You can see that Kalonji now feel like they are back into this game, 41st minute. Conversation with center official and Carlos Rondon. He's letting the player know how he felt about that call as he was talking to Jimenez, number 11. Tony Tiente with possession. Pavlotsky trying to make a step in. Able to control it was Georgia Athletic. Through center circle. Good turn. Over here to the near side. Jimenez. He crosses it, but nobody there. It'll roll out. It'll be a goal kick. Morris will run that down. Morris, another new player for Kalonji Pro Profile, number 20, LaShawn Morris. Down the far side, Kareem Tamimi on the run, has it, tried to flick it over, not going to get it, but he is going to commit the foul. See what Kareem was trying to do there. He was trying to bounce it over the defender here. Wasn't able to do so, tried to step in, and that's where he committed the foul. Delgado will get us back underway here in the 43rd minute. We'll see how many extra minutes of stoppage time we will receive in this match. Tamimi holds off that challenge. Silky footwork as always. Tony Tiente over the ball. It'll be another 43, 44 yards out. He'll just lob it forward into the box, headed away. Pavlotsky could not get in front of that pass. Kamani with a great tackle. Be a throw for Georgia Athletic. 1 minute of regulation. We'll see how many more minutes of stoppage we will get. Pavlotsky had it for a second, but hit the deck. Lost that pass. Kalonji looking to counter, but it's a little too far in front of Tamimi. Kamani will send it back forward, headed back towards him. Ball going from both sides right now. Center circle. Hernandez able to send it forward for Georgia Athletic. No handball called there. But eventually it was called for offside or out of bounds. It'll be a throw in quickly taken by Kalonji. Kamani Irving moves forward. He's going to slide it forward to Kareem Tamimi. Tamimi hits the brakes, sends a ball straight at the defense of Georgia Athletic that miss it, but he's able to get it finally forward down that far line. Tried to sneak it to him, didn't get it, but Tony Tiente has it. Over here to Zane Hilton. Zane Hilton holds the brakes, lays it off. Carr gives it back to Hilton. Carr gets it again. He is fouled, but they give it to Georgia Athletic for a throw. It looks like 2 minutes of stoppage time is what the fourth official had posted. Officially 3 minutes of stoppage time. We've been through one, 2 more to go. That's a nice ball from Georgia Athletic. Demise shielded it off so that Robinson could get to it. Rolls it out. Demise gets it back, goes over to the far side. Tiente, he'll send one long. Bounces. Hilton's going to get there, but he's not going to be able to control that ball. It goes out, goal kick. Cleared by Delgado. Knocked out, and it will be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Bouncing through, straight up into the air. Demise knocks it out. It will be, they called a foul on Georgia Athletic. Controlled by Tamimi. Gets it to Hilton. Montagut has to be careful on that challenge as he was using his hands in an extended position, and he was in the box. If he could have made any contact with Hilton, he would have been called for a penalty. And that will be the end of the first 45. Ladies and gentlemen, we go into the half with the score. Georgia Athletic 2, Kalonji Pro Profile 2. It has been a very, very exciting match. Goals for Georgia Athletic coming in the 15th and 21st minute, and then 33rd minute and 40th minute for Kalonji Pro Profiles. How we get to 2-2. We'll step away for a few moments, let you get a beverage and a snack. Get ready for the second 45 here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School. It's Kalonji Profile 2, Georgia Athletic 2.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome back into this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division fall season action here on ASMG TV. It's Kalonji Pro Profile 2, Georgia Athletic 2 here at Charlie Jordan Field, home of the Shiloh Generals here on the campus of Shiloh High School in Snellville, Georgia. Take a look at the leaderboard as it standed coming into today from Zone 1. You can see Kalonji Pro Profile down at the bottom of the table. Georgia Athletic with that win against FC Columbus Elite. They find themselves in second place right now, but only one game played. A couple games still waiting to be played there. You look at the leaderboard of Zone 2 real quick. See LSA Norcross Pro. They were at the top with Potros FC, and Potros FC's win today should put them up as the match between Atlanta United Academy and LSA Norcross Pro. They did not get to play this weekend. That game was postponed. So Potros should find themselves at the top of the table for Zone 2. About to get underway here for the second 45. It will be Georgia Athletic getting us underway first. They're in the red kits moving from right to left. There is the whistle. And the Kalonji Pro Profile in their home white kits moving from left to right. There's a foul. And a yellow card is going to be issued to Grant Carr, and he'll earn a red card. That's his second yellow, and immediately 20 seconds into the match, and he is sent off. You could see that the center official was showing that a high elbow to the back side of the head is why he is sent off. You can see him trying to plead his case, but Rondon has already made his decision. Look at this again, a ball forward. And you could see that Carr was trying to give himself space. That elbow did come up, and it did strike the side of the head of number 11, Jimenez, and a red card issued to the Kalonji Pro Profile left back. So they will spend the remainder of this second half a man down. It's good to see that number 11, Jimenez, Tomas Jimenez, able to move on his own. So from bad to worse for this Kalonji Pro Profile side. This is the second week in a row that they've had a player come off with a red card. Last week it was the keeper coming way out of his box, almost 7 yards out of the box, touched the ball and was given a straight red. That one headed away by Kamani Irving. That one was from an offsides position. Said in the first half that in the 2026 U.S. Open Cup qualifiers, the UPSL has 75 teams that have entered the qualifying round have deemed themselves in the hunt for the 2026 U.S. Open Cup. 5 teams here from Georgia. Now, Kalonji Pro Profile lose possession, going back, and earn a foul. Kalonji Pro Profile will be one of 5 teams that will go into the U.S. Open Cup, along with Atletico Buford, Lamino, Georgia, which is now LSA Norcross, North Georgia United, and Potros FC. All 5 teams will be in the qualifying rounds. Over there on the far side, Tiente has it. The one noted team that is not in the Open Cup qualifiers, it'll be the national champions, Tennessee Tempo. They are not in the U.S. Open Cup qualifiers at this moment. Do not think that they have an opportunity to maybe get in a late edition. They'll get to finally able to lift the trophy this last season. Coach Gift and Dom, they got to the Final Four a couple seasons back when they were Beeman United and they weren't able to make it to the finals. This time they were able to do so. Good ball forward, but Delgado is there. Makes contact with Zane Hilton, giving Hilton a few words as he goes by. Switch of play, nobody's going to get there in time. Thrown in from Kalonji. Tamimi trying to battle the athletic man. He earns a throw. Kalonji have far more of their starting players on the pitch today than what they did last week. Terry Jules wins that ball. Tried to lay it off, not able to get there, but coming up from the back, almost had possession. The Kalonji right back. Not able to do so. Morris had come up trying to win that, wasn't able to do so. And this will be a Kalonji ball. Emotions are starting to build on the pitch right now. Fourth official coming over, having a discussion with the center official. Keeping an eye on the players, making sure that nothing aggressive happens. Good ball over the top. Not able to control it and cleared. I believe they said he was off sides. We're in the 52nd minute. It's Kalonji Pro Profile 2, Georgia Athletic 2 here. Charlie Jordan Field, the campus of Shiloh High School in Snellville, Georgia. Week 2 of the Georgia Conference Premier Division. A reload of the first round in the playoffs in the spring season, where Georgia Athletic came and fell to Kalonji Pro Profile. Kalonji Pro Profile was the regular season champs, took on the 8th seed Georgia Athletic, their first attempt to make it in the playoffs. Learned some valuable experience in the playoffs. Expect to see them potentially in this season, especially with the start that they've had so far. There's a beautiful ball to the far side slot. Tried to finish it, and Jules couldn't get there in time. Good attempt by Tamimi. An even better attempt to put it away with Jules. Just off the mark, but not by much. Look at this. Hilton gets it over to Tamimi. A beautiful ball from Tiente to Tamimi. Tamimi gets a touch, and Jules couldn't get that large frame down and make contact with the ball to put it in the back of the net. Pavlovsky gets it to Tiente. Tiente gets it forward. Tamimi holds up, able to get it forward to Jules. Jules lays it off. Tamimi! Another great save. Morris trying to hold off two athletic men, not able to do so. Has to get back into position. Wins that header. Demise. Kamani Irving, give and go. Moving forward as a center back. That pass, way too much pace on that one. Nobody going to be able to get there in time. If you're just watching, Grant Carr in the 46th minute shown a red card for his second foul of the match. Second yellow card, issued a red card. Now working down the near line. Cleared out. Number 9, Ruiz. We'll have to see if that second goal was Ruiz or if it was, I believe it might have been a brace. Originally I had it down as Sarmiento, but it may have been Ruiz that got the second one in the 21st minute. We'll get it on the match report. Be able to bring you the complete information. Beautiful ball over the top. Tamimi is onside, and he buries that one to go up 3-2. Nothing that this Georgia Athletic defense could do with that one. Just veteran move from both players. You can see Tiente over the top, perfect ball, and Tamimi's not going to miss and buries that one to go up 3-2. The 56th minute, Tamimi gets his second of the match. Substitution coming on for Georgia Athletic. We talk about next week's matchups. Kalonji Pro Profile, they'll be on the road next Saturday. They will head down to Warhawk Stadium to take on Georgia Revolution next Saturday, 7 p.m. kickoff time. Georgia Athletic will be home to take on Pachuca, Georgia next Sunday, 2 o'clock over at Discovery High School. Kamani able to get that pass out, but not able to get it where he wanted it to. Georgia Athletic have it. They've got forward. Robinson able to get to that ball in time. Rolls it out to Demise. Morris will give it back to Demise. He holds up, looks around, gives it to Morris. Morris tries to one-time it forward to Hilton, but Hilton was not ready for the pass. Georgia Athletic with possession. Zane Hilton comes back, wins it off of Georgia Athletic. Now an attack from Kalonji. They have men forward. Trying to get it through there all by himself. Hilton gives it to Tamimi. Tamimi trying to work past the man on the far side. Able to do so. Hits it towards the box. Cleared away. And that one will go out, and it will be a corner for Kalonji Pro Profile here in the 59th minute. Just about 2/3 done with this match, a 1/3 left to go. Kalonji Pro Profile playing a man down as Grant Carr receives a red card, second yellow, right at the beginning of this first minute of the second half. It'll be Tony Tiente that will give the in-swinger here from the far side. Here comes into the box, headed all the way back to Tiente. He lets it roll because he was in an offside position. Tamimi gets around the man, hits the brakes, hits it, chested down, but not able to control it was Tony Tiente. Now the counterattack from Georgia Athletic is on. That one will go out. And it will be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Thought about taking it quickly, takes it the second time. Moraro able to get it forward and gets a little helping back heel, but he can't get there in time. Number 10, Hernandez will be coming off. So Hanar Hernandez's day is over. Jules trying to fight for it, has to win it back. Tried to flick that one through. Held up was Hilton, and he's going to earn a foul. And that was a silly foul. It's going to earn a yellow card. You see here, Jules trying to flick it forward to Hilton, and Hilton's just tugged back. This gives an opportunity. That yellow card was given to number 2, Mathias, in the 61st minute. This gives Tony Tiente a really good opportunity. This ball is only about 22 to 23 yards out. 4-man wall for Georgia Athletic. Delgado sets up closer to the far side in the box. It's about 2 yards off of the far post. Tiente takes it himself, and that one off the top bar, out, and it will be a corner. Great save from Delgado. Hits the American football goal post, and that will be a corner for Kalonji. Looks like Hilton will take the honors of this corner. Holds it up, lets Sam Pavlovsky come up to take this. Be an outswinger. Pavlovsky into the box, far side, headed! Oh, and that one did not miss by much. It hit the bottom of the near post from Jules. It stayed in. Pavlovsky goes down. He wants a foul. He's not going to get it. Moraro's got space to move forward. Goes into the center of the pitch. That one sent forward from a stumbling Georgia Athletic player, and it rolls right to the keeper. Kamani Irving will come over here to the near side. Morris able to chest it down. Gives it to teammate, gets it right back. Demise Kamani Irving. Kamani thought about sending it forward, held up, does it there. One time from Tamimi, but he's not able to get it to Jules. Georgia Athletic, they're looking to counter now. Good ball forward from Jimenez, but Robinson is there. Rolls it to Pavlotsky. Kalonji continuing to keep the pace high. Forcing Georgia Athletic to hold with them, even being a man down. Kalonji applying the pressure. Straight up into the air. Tiente trying to get it. He's going to not commit the foul. Ball forward and offsides. Give us an opportunity to look at that ball just a second ago. You see Tiente here, and it's a great shot. And what an even better save from Delgado. Now back live. Pavlotsky sliding it through. Jules has it. He lays it off to Hilton. Hilton trying to fight through the men. Shot! And that is sensational, Zane Hilton. Young man with a sensational goal to extend the lead to 4-2. Look at this ball. The pass wasn't perfect. He works around two men. Third man takes the shot. And Delgado, like a statue, watches that one go right by him and ripple into the back of the net to go up 4-2. Georgia Athletic about to get underway here in the 67th minute. Hilton with a goal in the 64th minute to go extend the lead to 4-2. The men that started this start of this second half going down a man. Hilton, he's got it again. And that one rolls out. It'll be a corner. Carr gets a red card right in the first minute of the second half. It's 2-2, and all Kalonji has done is gone down a man and put two in the back of the net. One from Tamimi, one from Hilton, and it's now 4-2. Tamimi will step up to take this in swinger. As you see Grant Carr finally leaving the area. Tiente is getting a yellow card. Center official is waiting before allowing play to restart. Waiting for Carr to leave the pitch and get the sign from the AR that we can go on back underway. And we are here in the 69th minute. In swinger from Tamimi. Headed down from Demise, headed away. Second attempt, right against the post, cleared. Another corner. Great on the line clearance by the defender. We'll take a look at that again after this attempt. Here comes second attempt from Tamimi, another in-swinger. To the back post, headed down again by Demise, this time over the bar and out. This is the first attempt, and you see Demise gets it down, back in play, he hits it, and saved on the line. What a job by the defense of Georgia Athletic. Ball, we are live in the midfield. Morrow. Pass a little behind his teammate, and Montero is going to foul Nagar Tuabom, and it will be a free kick for Kalonji, taken quickly. Shot taken, and just off the mark. Hilton wanting to get in another goal to extend his goal scoring numbers. Robinson able to clear that ball out, left the goal open, and not able to get that shot right, number 18, Ramirez. So it'll go out for just a simple goal kick. Substitutions. Thank everybody for watching here on ASMG TV, live on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see not only these live matches, but also interviews, highlights, podcasts, and so much more. Find it right here on YouTube, ASMG TV. Working down the far side, Tamimi now. Lays it off. Gets it back. Nice little pop. Trying to get it to Hilton. Jules will get it. Makes the turn. Lays it off. Back to Tamimi. Tamimi makes the turn. Gives it over to that far side. Coming to Morris. Morris will just lay it off to Demise. Demise will give a nice little pass forward and good little one-time touch. Tamimi tried to get that over to Jules. You see where they were going. Tamimi works around the man, trying to win a foul. Not going to get it off of Tamimi. Gives it to Morris. Morris gets around the man, gives it back to Tamimi. Tamimi goes down, and he takes him down in the box, which is going to be another penalty. And that comes from just pure frustration. You can see here on this foul, it was after the fact, as he gets it back, and the man that he had fouled goes right after him, commits the foul. It was number 18. Miguel Ramirez with the foul, which is going to be a penalty. It's Thierry Jules that's stepping up to take it. Making sure that the ball is on the spot. Here into the 73rd minute. And he buries it to extend the lead for Kalonji Pro Profile to 5-2 over Georgia Athletic. And just as simple as one can take, a penalty. Note that if Grant Carr would have let Thierry Jules take one, it could be even 6 as he buries that one in the 73rd minute to make it. So Thierry Jules with a brace and Kareem Tamimi with a brace. Pavlotsky steps away. His brother Archer Pavlotsky will take his place. Georgia Athletic get us back underway in the 74th minute, almost 75. 15 to go plus stoppage time. Can Georgia Athletic get back into this match? They were tied at halftime, and there's a nasty challenge. And a yellow card is going to be issued to number 22, Marquez. So, brought the big man down. See here, ball getting forward to right there. Wins it on the pass and coming back to make up for that mistake. And Marquez with a nasty challenge gets a yellow card in the 75th minute. William Marquez with that yellow card foul. Have to see who that is that's going to take that. I think it's Nagartua Bomb that'll take this. Shot, and that one's well off the mark. Hope everybody has enjoyed week 2 of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. Division 1 kicked off their season this weekend. You got to see some of that action yesterday on our ASMG TV YouTube channel as FC Atlanta took on LSA Norcross Pro 2. Division 1 is also split into 2 zones due to the amount of teams down in the Division 1, as both of these divisions in the men's side of the UPSL conference are just chock-a-block full of teams, even more teams coming in the spring. 15 teams in Premier, 17 in Division 1. Here comes another substitution for, this time, Kalonji Pro Profile. It will be the end of the day for Zane Hilton. He looks to be replaced by number 17, Luciano Rundles. Rundles had a good game last week, just didn't get enough help from his teammates. He was able to put one in the back of the net, but just was not a good defensive. It wasn't a good defensive match last week for Kalonji. A foul become all, no foul called on Demise there. I thought that they were going to call a foul there. Some hard challenges from Demise. And there is a foul called on Georgia Athletic as Rundles was battling for the ball. Kamani, come over here to the near side. Morris lays it off. Pavlotsky, good turn from Rundles. That goes out. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic. It is the 79th minute. if Georgia Athletic wants to get him back into this match, they're going to need to do so rather quickly. Another foul committed by Georgia Athletic. This will be about 48 yards out. Expect to see Tiente send a nice lobbed ball forward. Conversation going on with both sides there just to make sure that nothing aggressive happens in the scrum. Ball lifted forward from Tiente, headed. Just able to keep it in play. Towards the box, cleared. Still have possession. Kalonji lose it right there in the midfield. And a pullback. And Rundles has only been on the pitch for a couple moments, and he's going to get a yellow card in the 80th minute. I think he's been on the pitch for maybe 5 minutes, and he's already got a yellow card. Solid match between these two teams through the first 45. And that red card in the 46th minute has really woken up this Kalonji bench, and they have been in perfect form since, with 3 goals. One of those goals just from a mistake from the Georgia Athletic man pulling down Zane Hilton in the box. Tamimi almost wins that. The Georgia Athletic player goes down. Rather theoretically, didn't get a card. It'll be a goal kick for Delgado. He'll come short to his defender. Sends it into the midfield. Good one touch, but nobody there. Allows Tamimi to win it with no real press upon him. 3 Georgia Athletic men were around him and just let him control possession there. Archer Pavlotsky will come back here to Morris. Morris has plenty of space to move forward. He will elect to go back to the defense and to Demise, who goes to Kamani Irving over to the far side. Tried to sneak that one through to Tamimi, not going to be able to do so. Trying to get through the defense, not going to be able to do so. You can see that the Georgia Athletic man goes down with a cramp, trying to get forward, and just immediately, I believe it's a calf. Yeah, massive cramp there for number 9, Ruiz. You can see the staff coming out trying to plead their case. And you can see that that's one of those cramps that just goes all the way through the leg, and you can feel it in the hip. You can see him. Hydration, so important. Said we can look our heads forward to next week. Next Saturday, Kalonji Pro Profile on the road down to McDonough, Georgia, Warhawk Stadium, taking on Georgia Revolution at 7 p.m. kickoff time. This Georgia Athletic on next Sunday. They will be home to Pachuca, Georgia, over at Discovery High School, 2 p.m. kickoff. This game will allow Kalonji to get back up the table. Center will just do a drop ball. Allow Kalonji to have possession here in the 85th minute. And Robinson will take it back as far as Georgia Athletic will let him before he'll move it forward, just to waste a few extra seconds off the clock. Good work by the Kalonji keeper. Jules and Tamimi fighting for the ball, and in the back of the net for Thierry Jules for his hat trick. Thierry Jules makes it 6-2. You see, fighting for the ball between Thierry Jules and Kareem Tamimi. Thierry gets it, gets past the defender, pokes it with the right into the back of the net, past Delgado. 6-2. '86th minute for his hat trick. Foul by Rundles. He has to be careful because he's on a yellow card already. Win possession again. Now, here comes Kalonji. He works around the first man, goes down after the second. That is a foul committed. That yellow was on, I believe, number 5. Yes, it was on number 5, Velez, on the 86th minute. And Velez adding to the yellow table for Carlos Rondon, our center official. Tiente gets us underway. 87th minute. Here is Georgia Athletic working down far side into central lane of the box, cleared away. Can Georgia Athletic get something in these final moments? Down by 4. Robinson has that one routinely. He'll throw that one out right at the edge of center circle. Controlled. Rundles thought about it, holds up, lays it off. Back to Morris. Morris will get it. Give it to Demise. Demise to Tiente. Now you start to see control of the ball by Kalonji. Pavlotsky gives it to Demise, who gives it back to him. Pavlotsky trades passes with Rundles before giving it back to Demise. Demise will move into space to give it to Kamani Irving. Kamani will give it to Tiente. He will turn, face, lays it off. Demise will come to the near side. Archer Pavlotsky will send it forward to Rundles. Rundles has space, gets taken down, foul called, gets it back underway quickly. Tiente. Tamimi, Rundles, Pavlotsky, Rundles. Quick, short passes from Kalonji per profile right now through the midfield. Tamimi runs all the way through center circle, gives it off to Tiente. Tiente goes over to the far side. Laid off to Pavlotsky again before getting it right back. Working over there on the far side. Pavlotsky again trading passes with Tiente. Tiente over. Pavlotsky down here to the near side. Morris, he has space. Holds it, goes centrally, gives it to Jules. Jules holds off the challenge, goes down, and is going to earn the foul. That comes from a center striker knowing what he can and can't do with his body and just forces the defender to pull him down. You see right here, it stands it up, fills the defender, lets the defender pull, goes down, earns the foul. This again is about 30 yards. Actually, it's more about 24 yards. And that one blasted over the bar from Tiente. And no extra time is going to be allowed. We will end this campaign here at Charlie Jordan Field on the campus of Shiloh High School with your final score. Kalonji Pro Profile 6, Georgia Athletic 2. Kalonji Pro Profile coming back from being 2 down to tie it up before halftime, get a red card in the 46th minute to Grant Carr, and then put 4 more on the board to win this match 6-2. And they'll go on the road next week, like I said, to Warhawk Stadium against Georgia Revolution. Georgia Athletic will be home next week as well for Pachuca, Georgia. That'll do it for us here at ASNG TV for the weekend. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe so you get all of our content, not just these live matches, but highlights, podcasts, interviews, and so much more. That'll finish the night. It ends Kalonji Pro Profile 6, Georgia Athletic 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.